Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome back,
to another episode of.
Ballers Block,
This is episode 9.
episode number
We made
9.
it to episode 9.
Yes, we did.
You know what's funny? We have basically two shows.
Yeah,
Two jerks in the pod. We're at what, episode 8 on that? Or
I
7?
believe so. Episode 8, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
8 or 7.
8 or 7. We're on episode 9 of Ballers Block.
Yes.
As we transition out with the NBA season.
Almost the All-Star break.
Looking forward to it. March 7th.
I have no idea, to be honest.
I think it's March 7th. If it is, it's literally what? 10 days or so?
So the All-Star game is the 7th? That would make sense, because I think the 5th is Friday. That's when, what's the movie again? I should know it off the top of my head. The Eddie Murphy movie. Coming to America? Yes, Coming to America too.
Yeah. It's coming out same day?
On the 5th.
Okay.
I believe that's Friday, so.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah.
Looking forward to
It'll
that.
be a pretty good weekend.
It should be. It should be.
Pretty good weekend. Should
Looking
be fun.
to eat a lot.
Yes. Because we might do a 2 jerk special for that.
Is it a 2 jerks or is it All-Star Ballers Block? It's
Mmm.
gotta be an All-Star. I mean, come on. Come on.
Touche.
It's gotta be.
Yeah. Only makes sense.
All right. So that's what it's gonna be. It's a Ballers Block All-Star Edition.
I think that's a good enough point to jump right into our pregame.
Let's get into it. The rivalry.
The rivalry.
You seen my team playing tonight, right?
They look good. I'm sure you did not see my team playing tonight. The
I
hater
wasn't trying
that
to
you
watch
are.
your team.
Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't trying to watch.
But we both won. Well, your team can still blow it. I doubt they will. They probably won't.
Nah, I can't see them blowing it. They look like they're hot right now. Draymond almost had a triple-double in the first quarter.
I wouldn't say almost triple-double.
What do you mean? You wouldn't
Almost double-double.
say almost triple.
He wasn't going to
He
get
had
10
7
points.
points.
He had 7 points?
He had 7 points.
Okay.
So he almost had a triple-double.
So you say.
We'll leave it at that. But
So you say.
how's my team doing? Let's just go to that.
Well,
How's my team doing?
currently sitting at, if they win today, it'll be 19 and 15. That'll probably put them into 6th.
What are we looking up? Are you looking up the stats for my team?
Yeah, they're 18 and 5.
Okay. 18 and 5?
18 and 5. I can't read right now. I'm reading the
Wow.
internet hella wrong.
Wow.
Hella wrong. 18 and 15. That'd be the best team in the league if they're 18 and 5. I'm
Okay.
thinking of the 2016 Warriors.
18 and 15.
18 and 15.
I'll take that.
Raptors. They are 500 right now.
15 and 15? 16
They're
and 16?
Yeah, 16 and 16. 17 and 17.
Okay. We'll give your team that.
They're 500. 4th right now.
In the East?
4th in the East right now.
Hold on. A 500 team?
4th right now.
A 500 team is 4th in the East.
Yep.
Terrible. What a whatless conference.
You see that until they win the chip.
Whatless. What chip?
You see that until they
What
win the
chip?
chip.
But who?
Sixers can do it.
Yo, they got
Nets
bag
can
of
do it.
Doritos waiting for them.
The Nets can
All
do
the
it.
chips they want, man. All you can eat chips.
All right. Don't count on your
Bag
boy.
of Doritos.
Don't count on your boy KD.
I mean, Kyrie's there. We got the beard now.
Exactly.
So, I mean, exactly. Katie been the man.
So all right. So then why you acting like the East is trash? You're top heavy.
Okay, but at the end of the day, yeah, 2 teams in the East. That's why I'm saying it's whatless. That's why you can't rank your little 500 team being 4th.
Don't cut out the Bucks.
The Bucks are whatless too, yo. Bucks are whatless. They almost lost
Don't
to
cut
New
out the
Orleans the
Bucks.
other day. They almost lost to the Pelicans the other day.
And the
If
Heat with
only-
the surge.
If Lonzo Ball had shot the ball, he was 6 of 10 at the 3-point line that whole game. And he had a nice open shot to potentially win the game. This man passed it. Didn't even look to shoot.
So watch this. We all know the Heat were the defending Eastern Conference champions.
You're trash right now.
Well, you say that. Jimmy Butler missed almost a month,
Okay.
and Dragic hasn't been playing.
Okay, but am I lying that their record indicates trash?
They're 5th.
Okay, but what's the record?
16-17.
Terrible.
Coming off, you know what they were last week though. Watch this.
500. A sub 500 team is 5th in the Eastern Conference. My team has a winning record.
Last 10 games, they're 7-3.
Okay, cool.
Because Jimmy Butler came back and Dragic still ain't there.
Cool.
So don't count out the defending champs when we're gonna talk about their best player hasn't been playing for a month.
Jimmy Butler.
And Dragic ain't there.
All right, whatever.
Jimmy Butler's all right, not all right until he takes you to the championship.
The East was a little shaky last year.
I would say the whole league was a little bit shaky last year.
There you go. So a lot of teams maybe fell through the cracks, didn't play the way they were supposed to.
It showed the teams that really wanted it.
Yeah, I guess so. Or teams who just capitalized on
when nobody else wanted it.
Of course, maybe other teams wanted it, but other teams were missing players, COVID protocols. A lot of that happened. A lot of teams weren't playing at full capacity. Even when they got their players back, it was like,
who was really missing anybody though?
I mean, Clippers were missing a few bodies.
Oh, the Clippers.
They were thrown off completely.
The Clippers clipped like they usually do.
I mean, but they were missing bodies though.
The Clippers clipped like they usually do.
Lemon pepper wings. We gotta go back to that.
And he didn't miss no time. At least not in the playoffs when it counted.
But cohesive. He did miss time.
Not in the playoffs when it counted.
Listen, missing time is missing time leading up to the playoffs. That's the momentum you need leading up to the playoffs. It's not just you just don't pop in the playoffs and hope it happens. That's never gonna happen.
No, that's exactly what the Heat did.
Nah, man. The Heat wrote it all through the regular season. Who are they missing?
Throughout the regular season?
Or even due to COVID protocol.
And they made late trades. So that means you have to get a whole bunch of guys.
Who they get?
Iguodala. And
come on, Iguodala barely played, man.
What do you mean Iguodala?
And that's a seasoned vet. Iguodala could play at any given moment. You know this. He's been doing this for years. He's a journeyman.
And they got what's his name? Crowders.
He's one of those guys too. He's a journeyman too. His game is to move to a different city and play right away. That's his job. That's their job.
I would say the same for Lou Williams.
But them lemon pepper wings.
All right, excuses
I'm
is
just
what I'm
saying.
hearing.
Them lemon pepper wings.
Well, we kind of
deviated from the warm-ups.
Yeah, from the warm-ups.
So there we go. But my team is doing better as usual. His team is sitting better in standings. Whatever. We know what the Western Conference has.
Yeah, listen, we deal with our circumstances as they come along, man.
Of course, that's always the excuse.
That's not an excuse. That's what it is.
The lucky bounce by Kawhi. The injury play Golden State Warriors. It's always you guys always have some.
Who's making excuses?
We always play the circumstances.
Who's making excuses right now?
We always play the circumstances we're dealt.
Who's making excuses right now?
Bag of Lay's is the only chips you niggas getting. I mean, I shouldn't have cussed. Bag of Lay's. That's the only chips y'all ever getting.
I got my chip.
Again, that's the only chip you getting.
I'm fine with that.
Bet you gonna only have one?
I'm fine with that.
All right, then. Be fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
Be fine with that. First quarter. Warm-up is done. This guy's getting me cheese. I'm ready for the first quarter now. You're about to drop 30 in this game.
Pretenders and contenders. Let's bring on the hate.
Contenders? Or you want to start with pretenders first?
Either or. I know the hate's coming.
We're in the apparel, yo.
I know the hate's coming.
Go. We will start with the pretenders. You already know what I'm saying. Your team, man. You guys are pretenders. You guys aren't championship caliber this year.
So who says they were though?
I'm pretty sure all you fans think that deep down in your heart, or maybe you're just waiting for them to make a playoff run and then jump the bandwagon, as y'all always do. You know, that's usually how it goes. We're not gonna say nothing.
Or maybe we're
not gonna have faith in them. No.
Maybe we're really. So you think the Warriors are gonna win the championship?
You have no faith.
You think the Warriors are gonna win the championship?
Damn right. They're gonna get to the finals.
Okay, now that's a.
They're gonna get to the finals.
There's a difference between what you would call a fanatic.
They're gonna get to the finals.
A fanatic. And a fan that doesn't deal with emotions.
No, it's not a fanatic. It's a fan that has hope in his team. Unlike you guys sit around. Oh man, we're not gonna make it. Oh, next year, as soon as you guys make a surge, we're gonna win the championship.
All the basketball knowledge that you have, you think the Warriors are gonna win the championship?
Anything is possible.
Okay.
I should play that reel right in the backdrop.
No, I hope you do.
I'm gonna play it
Again.
Hold on, 1 second.
The difference between a fanatic
we gotta watch the reel
and the fan that uses his head and not emotions. The Warriors are winning the championship. Okay,
we'll say we're going to the finals. We're gonna play KD and the Brooklyn Nets
and get destroyed. And get destroyed.
I have a feeling Clay's gonna come back. Or we're gonna get into that actually. The game changer for my team. He knows what I'm talking about. You seen that smirk on his face? See, wipe that smirk off your face.
As usual, your team.
Wipe that smirk off your face, cuz.
As usual.
Wipe that smirk off your face,
ringers. Your team needs ringers.
Nah, man.
Like KD.
We just know how to make moves.
Your team needs another K.
Nah, man.
To come and save them.
We know how to make moves, cuz.
You know how to beg for arguably the best players ever.
Look who's talking. Kawhi fell in y'all laps. Y'all didn't even know how to keep him.
Keep him. He never wanted to stay. And that's
y'all
okay.
didn't know how to keep him.
So, being the fan that I am, I wouldn't even call the Raptors our pretenders. Because who actually thought they were going to win a championship?
I'm a fanatic. This guy wears Raptors apparel every goddamn day. This man even went as far as to buying a replica championship ring. That he rocks on occasion just cause. But I'm a fanatic.
Yes. When it comes to your basketball opinions,
listen.
I
have a one Golden State Warrior hat, and I have a one Golden State flannel or whatever they call them shirts, colored type shirts. Look at that. Listen, what's your Instagram? Actually, he doesn't have pictures of himself on Instagram really, but Raptor apparel every goddamn day. It's sickening. And this is fam. If this wasn't fam,
why would I wear any other?
Fam,
why would I wear any other team?
If you weren't fam,
if it doesn't have a D,
if you weren't fam,
if it ain't Raptors,
if you weren't fam,
if it's not Nintendo or any other type of novelty something, I'm not rocking it for what?
If you weren't fam, this podcast wouldn't exist. Letting you know. As long as you get the point. That's how deep it is. Cause
well, we still have two jerks, and this is why. Because he's a jerk.
If we weren't fam, I gotta go back to that. If we weren't fam,
on any given day, I can match his jerkdom.
If we weren't fam,
so who else is a pretender besides the Raptors, which are not really pretenders because no one thinks they're going to win a championship?
Can I say Raptors 905?
Are you even playing G League?
I don't know.
Okay, Bucks, pretenders. Pretenders.
I'm calling them pretenders.
Definitely pretenders.
Because they had a couple of years where they could have, well, I guess they were contenders or quote unquote contenders, but they dropped the ball and I don't have faith.
Boston, who's not even in the playoffs if us to start today.
Pretenders. I agree.
Anyone else you want to shout out from the East as pretenders?
That should be up there right now. I mean, I think the teams we mentioned are the ones that we expected to be contenders.
Yes.
So I'm saying right now they're pretenders, and I don't see any hope in sight unless some moves are made.
All right.
Certain teams. Raptors.
Whatever. In the West, who are your pretenders there? Well, since this guy wants to see the Warriors are gonna win the championship,
this guy just
pretenders,
just spiteful.
Pretenders.
You're watching the game today, right?
Based on but I'm just saying. Right. I'm just saying.
All right. When we get to
if you're gonna say that they're gonna go to the finals,
when we get to the second quarter, I think we're gonna
pretenders.
All right.
Trailblazers.
I'm going on the. Oh, you're saying Trailblazers? Yeah. I love Dame. I love Melo. But and CJ's out right now too.
All right, I'll be completely real with you.
And Homeboy's out too.
Speed up this segment. We can speed up this segment.
Let's speed it up. So I want to get to the second quarter.
I almost want to say Lakers alone, and
I almost said that.
Everyone else in the West is a pretender.
Oh wait, you're saying Lakers are contenders?
Yeah.
No.
Lakers. No. Everyone else is a pretender, especially if AD plays. If AD doesn't play.
They're not contenders
if
anymore.
AD doesn't play,
the Lakers are on a hunt to stack their team right now. They're looking for more players. They know what's going on. Like LeBron knows what's going on in the NBA right now.
So you're saying that
he's watching Brooklyn right now and he's like, because if Drummond gets to Brooklyn, it's over. If they get an Andre Drummond, it's over. That means KD don't have to play.
Okay, so you think the Lakers are a pretender? Who's your contender in the West?
I'm saying Utah right now is looking strong.
You think Utah will beat the Lakers in a series?
Yes. This year, yes. Lakers don't have a point. Donovan Mitchell is shredding them. They don't have a point.
I can't see
Listen, they are playing. Wasn't you saying they're playing like the Spurs?
Who?
The old, was it me talking to you? No, it wasn't me talking. Maybe someone I was talking to at work. But nah, they're legit playing like the old Spurs. The way they're moving the ball and the way they're actually like.
I mean, to me,
listen, just watch.
Actually, you know what?
Just watch.
You know what?
I'm telling you.
You know what? What if
it's a different vibe with them right now, man?
Mike Conley hits that shot last year in the playoffs. I think they beat every team that the Nuggets beat, and they would have probably gave the Lakers a better run.
Nuggets, I mean, if the Nuggets didn't go 7 in the previous series, they would have beat the Lakers.
So you know what? Maybe the segment didn't get sped along, which is probably a good thing. Because my other answer, besides the Lakers are the only contender, it was going to be the Clippers and the Jazz.
Clippers are out. Clippers, there's something effed up about that team.
That's why I jumped straight to the Lakers.
It's the curse. That curse cannot be broken, and it doesn't look like Kawhi is happy right now.
You think so?
Did you see the last game they lost?
Okay.
He was sitting right beside Paul George, and you just looking straight. All you can see is his eyes just cheesed.
Have you ever seen any other expression on Kawhi Leonard's face?
Kind of just a neutral expression, but not like angry. I've never seen him angry like that.
So there was a visible difference.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, because he was wearing a mask and you can see the frown, the scowl on his face, like, and he was just looking straight away and looked like Paul George was like talking to him or trying to talk to him. And he was just like, just cheese.
All right.
And I've never seen Kawhi like that, so I don't think he's. And they lost.
So Lakers and you're just saying Utah's the contender. Utah's the only contender.
And I'm saying look out for Denver, bro. I'm telling you, look out for Denver.
I don't know if Denver's ready yet.
They're ready.
Actually, no, they made it to the the Western Conference Finals.
They are ready. They
started off.
And you know what? And it's good they made it there because they played the Lakers and they learn. I guarantee they learn from their mistakes and how they lost that game. And the Lakers don't even have Dwight Howard or JaVale McGee anymore.
Honestly, I don't trust any of these teams. To be honest, I think it's going to come down to Brooklyn and the Lakers,
and also who stays healthy.
Well, that part.
That's the X factor.
That part, because KD's not playing right now.
I'm worried because it's a hammy, and that could be stemming from that other stuff. But we'll close that quarter. That's the buzzer beater for that quarter. Right? Second quarter.
Crew League.
Can you explain to the viewers?
So my brother sent me a little clip. It was something called the Crew League. I believe it's on Revolt TV.
Okay.
And it's produced by Sean Puffy Combs.
Of course.
That's his trying to
do
his East Coast West Coast thing back again and say, hey, Ice Cube, I see your 3-on-3. Crew League.
Okay, let's.
And just to show how much I think the Drew League is West Coast too.
Might be, yeah.
And he basically bit the name.
So now here's the thing. If he's having a league, who the hell's playing in the league? That Sean Puffy Combs knows that can ball.
I'm glad you asked.
Because I'm intrigued. Because if you look at the big three, obviously he has former NBA players who can ball and is still entertaining.
Well, there's no NBA players in this.
I'm not WNBA. Like.
And given our age,
Street
we're
ballers?
80s babies. Not any that I know.
College ballers?
Some. I don't think you would know any of them either.
High school ballers?
No, surprisingly.
All right, so I guess which one leaves what?
Again, rappers, and a bunch of like lesser known ballers. But they're not trash. For what they're doing.
Okay.
That's how I like to base you on your competition. So like I always say, I don't like to call basketball players garbage. I'll say they are garbage for NBA players.
So let's hear.
All right.
Let's hear
Again,
what I go
we're
on.
80s babies.
Let's hear what I go on.
So some of these people you might not know.
Right.
Some of them I did not know. Some of them I did not even know how to say their names properly.
All right.
So we got Russ.
All right.
We got Russ. I believe he's on Team Diamond. We got Jack Harlow.
You ain't got to mention what team that because I don't know that yet. I
All
just
right.
want to know the
All right.
players, yo.
He's not going to show the players. He's just going to show with the digging I'm willing to do right now.
All right. Cool.
The player and their team name.
All right.
Jack Harlow.
Okay.
The one that snitched on lemon pepper wings. New lemon pepper.
Okay. He's a rapper?
Jack Harlow, yeah.
Okay.
Private Garden. That's his team name. We got Sway Lee, Firefighters.
He could ball?
No.
But he's balling.
Yes.
Oh, this is part of the crew league?
This is part of the crew league. What's this guy's name?
No
Little
offense,
Mosey.
Lee. I'm not watching already. No offense, bro.
Little Mosey,
Make
certified
great
hit makers.
Who's that?
I have no
Oh
idea.
my gosh, I'm already not interested.
DDG.
Who's that?
Again, like I said, we're 80s babies. We don't know most of these
Our
people.
apologies. I'm sorry. I'm old, man. You see my gray hairs, man. Self-explanatory.
DDG, I think his team name is Team DDG.
Okay.
Then we got the Kid Leroy. I have no idea who that is either. Looks like he'd be Jack Harlow's brother.
Where did he get these dudes from?
He's on the Leroy family.
So these are all like youngins then.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Fair enough.
We could probably be some of their fathers.
Hey. They don't date us like that, man. You can't really age me.
We
You
don't
lying,
look it. It's
man.
all good.
Nah.
You don't look it.
You don't?
At least I don't look it.
Look at me, man.
Just put a little what do you call it? Just for men in that, you'd be alright.
Once.
You'd be alright.
I look 50 years younger.
There you go.
It's crazy.
And who's the last two here? Little Keed, I think that's his name. Team Slime. Lastly, G Herbo.
Can he ball?
150 Dream Team.
Can he ball?
Well, let me tell you right. Let me see right now if they show any highlights. Yo, what's his name? Sway Lee is so trash that on his thing they didn't even show highlights. They just
terrible.
They showed like a 3D animation of him.
They ain't showing G Herbo ball. They're just showing little cuts, slow mo.
Oh, they're showing his team. Oh, so this some of the guys on a run.
I don't know, man. I got to see the actual game. Maybe they can ball.
Well, you can catch it on YouTube. I caught some of it on YouTube.
Oh, it's already on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
I thought you know what? Maybe we could do a review. That's a good idea. Ooh, we can do it on the two jerks so we get real jerkish if they're actually garbage.
Oh, you know I'm a roast.
There it is.
You know I'm a roast. I ain't never heard of these people. How come Chris Breezy's not in it?
That's what I'm saying.
Because Chris Breezy is nice.
He's a guy that I rate.
He's nice.
He's a guy that I rate.
You're gonna have like celebrities or rappers.
You know
or
what?
Singers.
I'll tell you all the basketball players who are celebrities, not other athletes, but just celebrities, who I rate their game to a certain extent. Again, I'm basing it on the fact that they're celebrities, not comparing them to actual hoopers.
Okay.
So Quavo, he's ready to.
Listen, again, no offense, I would mop the floor with Quavo. Mop the floor. At
Here's
my
the
old
thing:
age.
you in your prime, yes.
Me right now, I would dust
even
him.
you right now with your prime athleticism, but right now,
Hit the table, you're messing up the mic.
my bad. Right now,
I would.
You
mop
would not
him.
mop the floor with
I
him.
would mop him.
I would not mop the floor with him.
Bro.
You would not mop the floor with him. You could possibly beat him.
Bro, you haven't seen my LA Fitness runs.
You could possibly beat him.
I would mop the floor.
But mop the floor, I think, is a stretch.
Bro.
Just go with beat.
You have not seen my LA
Just
Fitness
go with beat.
runs, yo.
I could agree with you if you went with beat.
Legend.
But mop the floor.
Legend sniper at LA Fitness. You can ask yo, LA Fitness Junction, yo, legend sniper.
Yeah, come on. It's LA Fitness Junction.
You've never been balling there at prime time.
No, I've been there a handful
Not
of times.
prime time, bro.
I've been there a handful of times.
Not
And
prime
I got highlights there.
Handful.
I've been there a handful of times.
You know what a
and I got
handful
highlights
is?
there.
You know what a handful
Yes,
is?
this.
Exactly.
I've been there a handful of times and I got highlights there.
Not at prime time.
It doesn't matter.
Exactly. You never been there when there's like 60 mans in the gym.
I don't think you've ever been there with 60
Of course I
yards in the
have, yo.
gym.
And I held down 8 runs, yo.
Congratulations.
8 straight runs. You ever done that? Lies. Plenty. A handful of times.
Are you kidding me?
A handful of times. But yeah, then run down the ballers.
Chris Brown, we mentioned that.
Chris Breezy, yes, that's my easy.
Kevin Hart.
Nah, I would mock the
Kevin
Hart too.
Well, I'll give you that. Again, as a celebrity.
Yo, Kevin Hart would mop the floor with Quavo.
No.
Kevin Hart would mop the floor with Quavo.
Mm-mm. First of all, he's too little.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does matter.
He's
We're
quick.
talking about basketball here.
And he's stronger.
He's not no Spud Webb.
Yo, he could post up quick. What's Quavo doing to Kevin Hart in the post?
I think Quavo can dunk, so he's blocking
Oh
that.
my gosh. When did you see Quavo dunk?
I think Quavo can dunk.
When did you see Quavo dunk? No offense again, Quavo, but
I'm pretty sure there's highlights of him getting up there.
mop the floor, yo. But
Then Game.
Yeah, give him a body a dude though.
And Little Dicky.
Who's Lil Dicky?
The white guy rapper. The funny Eminem-ish guy. I'll show you some highlights.
Let's check out Lil Dicky, but he can ball. You're saying?
Yes. So I guess I was gonna ask.
Game's the only one on that list I feel that could beat me.
Chris Brown.
It'd be a close game.
But
I'd hit that game winning shot.
Okay. So then why don't you have confidence against the game?
Because he has the post advantage.
Who cares?
He just has the post advantage.
Who cares?
Probably tire out after a while, man. Trust me. And Game looks like he'll play some gangbanger ball. Like a lot of elbows and
I think I would food the Game.
You couldn't beat me on the perimeter.
That's exactly. That's how much confidence I have with my game on the perimeter.
Whatever. Yo.
Try to bang in the post.
You're done, yo.
Try to bang in the post.
You're done.
Hands.
You're done.
Quick hands and athleticism. Just time that block. Just hope I don't get the ball.
I'll probably be able on that list, but you do. That's the only person I think that would have,
So Chris Brown.
Advantage, I'd say.
Chris Brown and the Game are the only players that you really rate. So
I just haven't seen Lil Dicky ball, so until I see him, I'll leave him out. But everybody else, I think I would,
All right. So who's the best?
Out of all of them?
Who's the GOAT of celebrity
ball? Oh man, that's hard to say. That's hard to say still.
I go Chris Brown easy.
Maybe then.
I go Chris Brown easy.
I can't think of anyone else. Unless you want to throw in like YouTubers, and that changes the whole game if they're.
Most of the YouTubers are actually ballers. At least anyone that I would.
That's true.
Add to the list.
That's true. What else? Let's close that chapter. We'll end that quarter right there on that note. But most of the guys get mopped. That's what I'm saying.
Quarter number three.
You
alluded to it slightly before with your. Well, I was about to hate unnecessarily. I'm not that type of guy.
Of course you are.
I'm not that type.
You just caught yourself. You don't want to. Yeah.
I caught myself because I don't want to be that much of a hater. I want to be more cerebral with my hate.
Right.
So, your team,
my squad,
yes, that needs ringers.
Potential trade.
Tomato.
Heard rumblings.
You heard rumblings. Of
Dallas looking to ship out or shop around Kristaps.
Yeah.
The unicorn.
And apparently you don't like Wiseman.
I don't.
Yes.
I don't think he's a good fit for the Warriors. He's not ready to be getting as much PT as he is. They might as well just play past him.
I say give him a chance.
Nah.
Give him a chance.
Nah. If the Warriors want to make a nice little push, or at least position himself for a good run this year, and then when Clay comes back next year, you make the move. You trade Wiseman. You get Porzingis. And you trade, I guess, I guess the word was Minnesota's pick from Minnesota.
You know what I would like?
And that'd be a wicked. Tell me if that happens, my team doesn't become.
What about this? They trade Kristaps and Hardaway Jr.
For who?
Andrew Wiggins in the pick.
No. Because we still have Wiseman. I don't want Wiseman on that run. I prefer Kevon Looney. over Wiseman.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Because Kevon Looney has
Wow.
IQ at least. Wiseman doesn't have. And I don't.
Yet.
Listen, I'm looking at his game right now.
You
know
can't
what
tell
I
me.
see?
You can't say right now he'll never get it. At least not the IQ.
He's not gonna get as much as he needs to be.
Right off top, he has a way better ceiling than Looney. Like the only thing that'll stop him from not being better than Looney is if he was a complete idiot. Oh my goodness.
Listen, I have no faith right now.
Wow. I think it's way too early to not have no faith.
So Wiseman needs to go. Is what I'm saying.
Again,
I just don't think he's a good fit for what the Warriors want to do. He's probably gonna be better playing in Dallas and growing with that team with Luka and the rest of them.
I think that's a wild take.
I think he'd be a better fit there. I think being on the
not
Warriors,
necessarily that part.
What?
To completely basically call him a complete idiot.
I didn't say he was an idiot, but what I'm basically saying is
you did not say he was a complete idiot.
Yeah, I did that to be dramatic, for the camera. But what I'm saying is that I don't see him being as good as they're saying he's gonna be. I think his ceiling isn't that high. I don't think he's not showing me anything special, is what I'm saying right now. Like right now, you should be able to see a hint of something special. He hasn't shown it. Yeah, he hit a couple of threes. He can shoot, but he's not a consistent shooter. He doesn't post up a lot or consistently. He doesn't show me anything. Defensively, he's terrible. Terrible defensively.
During the game, I saw actually 2 pretty good post-ups by him. And this was only in the first quarter.
The 2 best post-ups of the season?
It's one game. I mean...
Exactly, and he's played a few games. That's what I'm trying to say.
He's been injured. He just came back, no?
I watched a few of his games, man. I gave him a chance. I don't see anything special right now. And I don't think I'm going to see anything special.
That's fanatic talk right there.
He'd be better off the same way Kristaps would be better off on
No, what kind of talk this is for real? A spoiled fan.
I'm not a spoiled fan.
Yes, you are.
I just see an opportunity.
You're used to winning.
No, what I'm saying is...
So when you see this guy that you feel is trash and not living up to a number 2 pick, immediately get him out of here.
He's not living up to championship expectations, sure. I mean, you guys aren't used to championship expectations. You guys would take whoever the hell you can get. You guys would take whoever the hell you can get.
Spoiled fan.
I get it.
I'll take Wiseman. Send him over here.
Of course you would.
I'll take Wiseman.
Of course you would.
I'm not ready to give up on the man.
You guys would have taken Kwame Brown too.
I don't know about that.
You would have.
I don't know about that.
You guys wanted Michael Olowokandi at one point. Or as Shaq would say, Okolowandi. Michael Okowalandi. You guys wanted him at one time.
Speak for yourself. You was a fan back then.
You guys had Bargnani at one point.
Speak for yourself. You was a...
You guys had... What's that other guy's name? Hafa? Remember that guy? Remember you guys had a few interesting characters that you guys loved off so much.
Who loved them off?
Y'all fans.
There was nobody in Toronto that actually liked Bargnani. What are you talking about? At least not amongst my circle. He was a running joke. Primo passed us off. He was a running joke.
You guys thought you had the unicorn before the unicorn.
Oh, get out of here.
That's what you guys
There was no such thing as a unicorn back then.
Whatever. You guys thought you had it.
Blame that on Colangelo. Was this
exactly? There was
name?
No such thing, but you guys were seeing one.
I don't know who this you're speaking of is.
Fool, you were in Raptor apparel. I'm talking about all you Raptor fans.
I was not hyping up no. What's his name?
Oh,
and there was much more of a sample size at that time.
I forgot. You were a Miami Heat fan at that time,
Were you a Golden State fan then? Were you a Golden State fan then?
I don't think I had a team back then.
All right. Neither did I. Get out of here.
Bro, you had it. Miami was your run. Don't tell me Miami wasn't your run.
Yo, I was a ruthless bandwagon jumper back then.
Okay,
I like whatever player. I like whatever one of my players' team was doing the best at the moment.
Die-hard Raptor fan.
Straight goods.
He migrated to Miami with LeBron and the rest.
That's the
of
difference between me
He
and other
migrated-
folks.
Listen,
I can straight
let me
admit
paint
my
the picture
fandom.
here. Let me paint the picture here. A good majority of you Raptor fans migrated to Miami because you wanted to be part of that Heat show.
I was already a Miami fan.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't.
So I wasn't a Miami fan when Dwayne Wade won his first
No,
championship.
You were a Dwayne Wade fan. You were a Dwayne Wade fan.
And what did
You
I
weren't
just
rooting-
finish saying?
No. You were.
What
a
did I
Dwayne
just
Wade
finish saying?
fan. At that
I
time-
rooted
Bro,
for
at
whatever
that time-
one of my favorite players'
at
team
that
was
time-
doing the best.
Listen, at
Check the
that time,
tape.
You were a
Just like
Raptor
when
fan.
KG, just like when KG
You were
went to
a Rap-
Boston,
you
I was a
were
Boston
Your
fan.
team was the Raptors at that time.
No, it was not.
So you were never a Raptor fan until when? When did you become a Raptor fan?
When Miami's regime crumbled.
Mm-hmm. You mean when the Raptors got better?
When Miami's regime
When
crumbled.
the Raptors started winning?
What are you talking about?
When the Raptors got better is when you became a fan.
Yes.
Typical Raptor. That's the point I'm trying to make about Raptor fans. A lot of you act like you were fans from like way back, and you just,
I went to the first.
But
I went to the first Raptor game. What are you talking
You just
about?
basically-
I'm gonna
you
continue
just
to be a fan
basically,
with
bro,
mans like
you
Bargnani.
just basically confessed and admitted that you were bandwagon jumping all over. So you weren't truly a Raptor fan until they became a successful team. That's what.
No,
you
I
said.
started as a Raptor
That's when
fan,
you felt
but
it
when
was-
they made moves like Bargnani, I
that's
dropped
when you
off
felt it was proper
because
for
I was
you to
rooting for
invest
them
in
when Vince was there.
It was proper for you to invest in them.
I invested
when they
in
started
them when
winning.
Vince
when
was
they
there.
started winning.
What are you talking about? No, I never
When
stopped
they
being a
started
Raptors
winning.
fan.
Bro,
I never stopped being a
come
Raptors
on.
fan.
You stopped being a Raptors fan because you said you bandwagon jumped.
No, okay. When the Raptors first came, I was a fan.
Okay, and then you stopped being a fan because you bandwagon jumped, so you stopped being a fan.
No, I stopped
And
being
then-
a fan
Okay.
partly because they were
Now it's
making
partly?
moves. Of course,
Okay, keep going.
I make one decision off for one
Bandwagon
team.
jumpers. Keep going.
I admitted
going.
to be a bandwagon jumper.
Keep going.
First of all, I admitted to be a bandwagon
Okay.
jumper partly because of moves like Bargnani
Okay.
and like you said, Rafa Rougeau.
Okay. And then you came back.
Who's gonna cheer for that?
And then you came back.
Who's gonna cheer for that?
Some people still cheered for that.
Congratulations
You know why?
to them.
'Cause they're
Like I
Raptor
said, I'm not a
fans.
fanatic. I think more in my
I
head
beg to
than
differ.
emotions.
Mister, I wear Raptor apparel every goddamn day, and I have a replica champion. I can't even tell you, a replica championship ring.
And?
You're a fanatic.
And
Only
again,
fanatics do
if
that.
the Raptors make more moves
Only
like
fanatics
if
do
the
that.
Raptors make more moves like Rougeau and
Only fanatics
Bargnani,
do that. Yo.
I'll still rock the gear, but I won't cheer for them.
Only fanatics do that.
Simple.
Y'all Raptor fans are confused. That's all I could say. Bandwagon jumping and then rooting and saying our team. You know, I've been a Raptor fan for. Come on, you're a Raptor fan when it became successful. Just like that girl that didn't want to.
Just like you were a Miami, you're a Golden State fan when they became successful. That's what fans do for the most part, especially when they don't have necessarily.
So here's the thing. After Jordan, after the Bulls thing, I didn't have a team. I just coasted in the NBA. I didn't have a
Okay,
team.
when the Raptors became trash with moves like Bargnani, I didn't have a team.
You had team. You just told me you were bandwagon jumping to different teams.
Just like you did.
I didn't
And most
bandwagon
people
jump.
who
I
had
didn't have a
teams.
team. I didn't root for any team is what I'm trying to say. Until I found a team and I stuck with that team and I'm sticking with that team to this day. Regardless if you're saying they're pretenders right now. I'm still sticking with them. I'm not saying, oh, F them, I'm done, they made a bad move and they got KD left and I'm still sticking with them.
Okay, congratulations. Like I said, I'm not a type of
You're
fan.
you're a Raptor fan. That's
I'm
what
not a
trying
type
to
of
tell you.
fan
Y'all
that'll
are
say my
bandwagon
team's gonna win the
jumpers. Y'all are
championship
bandwagon
when I know
jumpers.
different.
Y'all are bandwagon jumpers.
I'm not. What
But
bandwagon did I
here's
jump
the
to?
thing: if miraculously they pull through and win the championship, you're gonna be right on that bandwagon celebrating. Oh, we won.
Why wouldn't I celebrate?
Because you're just saying right now you don't think they're gonna win it.
So
I celebrate if they win it. You didn't believe in them. That's what I'm saying. If someone didn't believe in you and you became successful, you're gonna want them celebrating with you.
sure,
It's
why
gonna
not?
feel right.
Why not? I'm not gonna say don't
Bro,
celebrate.
they didn't believe in
I don't
you.
care.
They didn't believe in you. They asked the man, yo, do you think Debo's gonna be successful? He said, nah, Debo's not gonna make it, yo.
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't care, but you'd let them celebrate with you, knowing they never gave a damn with your struggle. That's basically how I'm trying to paint it. Is that you can't say, yo, I don't think they're gonna win it because they're not good enough to win it right now. But if they win it, I'm gonna celebrate anyways. You didn't believe in it. Let it rock then. If they win it, just like, damn, I didn't think they were gonna win it. Cool. But you can't celebrate it and champion it. But that's what a lot of y'all do.
See, well, here's the thing where you can say that man's like me can admit, say, okay, yeah, they surprised me. Just like if somebody said, yo, Debo, you're trash, I don't think, or Debo, I don't believe that you're going to make it. If I made it and they say, you know what? You surprised me and showed me something.
You still can't celebrate with me. That's nice.
That's fine, but I'm not gonna hate on the man for that.
I still wouldn't celebrate with him.
Congratulations.
You don't have to hate on him. I'm just saying.
I'm not that petty.
I wouldn't let him celebrate with me. I wouldn't let him be there just like, yo, you did it. I'd be like, all right, cool. You said I wouldn't do it. I did it. Peace. That's how it goes. But all I'm saying is, y'all a bandwagon jumpers, yo. He admitted it. That's the point I want to drive.
I did admit it. Like I said, like I'm not the fan.
No, I'm glad I heard the admission.
Fanatic thinks with his head.
I'm not a fanatic, bro. I'm not a fanatic.
Well, giving up on Wiseman right now, it's
No, it's not, man. It's me analyzing the game and realizing this kid does not fit into the system.
Exactly. Me analyzing the game and knowing the Raptors aren't winning a championship.
You don't think they're good enough to still push through?
And win a championship this year? No.
You never know.
Just like you think about Wiseman. So like if Wiseman becomes a superstar.
He's not though.
Well, I don't think he'll become a superstar, but like if he becomes a decent player, which he's probably going to.
Look how, okay, give you an example. Look at a man like Zion. You know what he's going to become. LaMelo. You look at him and you say, this kid has something special. Even though people doubted him coming into the NBA, they had doubts about him. You see him now and you're like, he has something special. And he's played, give whatever, just as many games, if maybe a little bit more than Wiseman. With Wiseman, I haven't seen a spark in 1 game, 2 games, or 3 games where I can say, yo, this kid is like, he has something. He hasn't shown anything.
I've seen it.
Well, you saw the 2 post-up moves?
No, I'm not even talking about that 1 game.
So what'd you see?
I see the way he moves as a big man.
There's a lot of big men that move agile and can run the floor.
Well, I see his touch around the rim. Okay. He can actually post up, which enough guys can't right now. Okay. He has a spin like Siakam.
I'm done.
Why? Because I talked about a Raptor guy?
You said he has a spin like Siakam. Like Siakam has elite level spins or something. Like let's move to the next quarter. I'm done with this, bro.
Okay.
Bro, I'm done with
Let's
this.
be.
Spin like Siakam.
A spin like Siakam. Siakam has one of the best spin moves in the NBA.
We're using him as a reference point
Siakam
now?
Has one of the best spin moves in the NBA. That's literally like his go-to
2-3
move.
weeks ago, we were laughing at his spin move. A lie? You were here laughing at his spin move to win the game, remember?
That was not necessarily. That wasn't necessarily a.
2 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, we're talking about.
I'm talking about spin to the basket. This guy spinned into a jump shot at the free throw line. That's not his game.
I don't hear this anymore.
That's not Siakam's game.
Try to use Siakam
spin to the basket.
Line. Man has a spin like Siakam, bro. That's why he didn't rap, guy. Man said he had a spin like Siakam. Ever use? That is a reference point, man. Spin like Siakam.
All right.
He said like a spin like Kyrie or something.
I would expect
someone agile.
I would. Why would I?
I'm just saying, like, but I'm just.
Why would I compare a big man spin to a guard?
Because just comparing using Siakam's spin move is like, I'm supposed to be wowed by that. I'm telling you, the man needs to get traded, and then you bring Siakam into that. Of course, now I want him traded if you're saying he has a spin like Siakam.
Okay, Siakam's an all-star and a champion. Beat your team
He's
for that.
He's an all-star this year?
He was an all-star.
Is he an all-star this year?
I did not say he was an all-star.
Is he an all-star this year?
Did I say he was an all-star this year, or did I say he was an all-star?
I don't care if he was an all-star. Is he an all-star this year?
Nope.
Okay. If you were an all-star last year, why aren't you an all-star this year? You didn't get better. You got worse.
Oh, you had a rough start, like the Raptors have. Anyways, like you said, last quarter.
Yeah, let's move on. That guy.
Speaking of all-stars,
reserves. How accurate were we with the
all right, so this is what we said. Young, Brown, Tatum, Simmons, Harden, Sabonis, Levine.
Mm.
This is what it actually was. Tatum,
All right.
Brown, Harden, Zach Levine. We got all of that right. This is what we got wrong. Randall, Ben Simmons, and Nikola Vucevic.
Ben Simmons made it?
Ben Simmons made it. But Sabonis is still going to come in because he's replacing KD.
Ben Simmons made it.
So that was our Eastern Conference reserves.
That's the Eastern reserves, okay.
And here's our
for the West.
Our Western prediction.
What was the Western prediction?
Lillard, Mitchell, Gobert, Booker, AD, Murray, George.
That was our prediction.
And
what was the final?
AD, George, Gobert, Lillard, Mitchell, and here's where we got it wrong. Chris Paul and Zion. However, like we said, somebody would be replacing AD. I think we came to the conclusion it would be DeMar DeRozan. It's going to be Booker.
So you know what? I'm going to say this. After hearing who the reserves are, I think we need to get Paul George out of there.
Paul George is who you think he should be out of there? I say Chris
Replace
Paul.
with Booker.
Booker's already in, though.
No. I mean, Booker should have been voted in initially over Paul George.
No.
Paul George should be the replacement. Yes.
Mm-mm. He should have replaced his teammate Chris Paul.
I mean, he's kind of having. He's the main reason that team's doing what they're doing right now. I'm sorry.
All right, watch this because they're both on my fantasy team.
Yo, Booker should be replacing Paul. Paul George shouldn't have been voted in as a reserve.
Paul George is averaging.
Let's see what he's averaging.
24, 5, and 6.
Okay.
No, 6 and 5.
Okay.
1 steal and 1 steal.
Okay. 1 steal.
No, just 1 steal.
He was like one of the. Okay, whatever. Let's see Chris Paul.
Chris Paul. 16, 4, and 8.
Okay.
1 steal.
Okay. Shooting percentages?
I didn't look up shooting percentages. Who cares?
That does kind of matter in this analytical world, world of analytics.
All right. Chris Paul is 486. Free throw 960.
Okay.
Paul George. I mean, but are we really looking? Actually, I guess so. Paul George, 509 field goal, 885.
Okay.
Paul George all day. Come on.
Okay. But who's made their team better?
Clippers are a better team.
Clippers are supposed to be there, though.
Okay. Well, everybody
Think
thought
about what Phoenix
everybody
was
thought
before.
Phoenix would be good with Chris Paul, though.
But what were they before Chris Paul got onto that team?
They made it to the playoff. They made it to the playoff theme. What do you call it? Oh, did they make it?
They didn't make the playoffs. They won all the games. I think they went on a win streak.
All right, there you go. They won all their games in the bubble.
But now look what caliber are they now, though?
So imagine that same team started
Without
the
Chris Paul?
Chris Paul wasn't on the team when they won all their games.
No,
in
that's
the
what I'm
bubble.
saying. But I'm saying
without Chris Paul. With that same run,
they're not.
they're probably not. They're not. Well, they'll be.
They're not. They're like 9th or 10th, if that.
Watch this though.
Without
they'll
Chris
be
Paul.
9th or 10th. However, without Chris Paul, what's his name would be putting up better numbers?
Who?
Darren Booker.
He'd be exhausted. Who's their point guard besides? Like, who else do they have? He'd be exhausted by the time.
Who did they have before?
Yo, with the way
Is it Rubio? I think Rubio's still there.
With the way guys are getting injured right now, if you put all that workload on, he'd be drained before playoffs.
Not necessarily. They'd have Rubio to be point guard, but he'd still be flatting.
Rubio's not leading them to anywhere far.
He got him to 8 straight.
He's not leading them anywhere further.
They don't need him to lead him anywhere. I'm talking about whether or not he'd still be an all-star.
Any team,
I don't care about the record.
Any team right now will take Chris Paul over Rubio to lead their team to a championship.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm talking about whether or not he would still be an all-star without what's his name?
Who? Oh, Booker would be an all-star.
All right, then.
But we're not talking about him being an all-star. We're talking about how good Phoenix Suns would be. They would be trash.
But what does that have to do with team being an all-star, though?
They would be trash, and he might not get the vote because his team's trash.
But trash
players
still get in, though.
Who's
because Luka Doncic would have still been an all-star.
But Luka's in a different stratosphere. He's made it. obviously there's popularity that plays a part in it. And with a guy that plays on a Phoenix Suns team, even with his team being as good as they are, he got snubbed. Think about that. If his team was trash and he was still balling out, he still would get snubbed because they would say his team, his team's not playing that well. He still would get snubbed. And I don't think he's a very light guy for some reason.
I think that without Chris Paul, he'd had way better numbers.
He'd have way better numbers, but I don't think that's going to help him out to get that.
I would have gave him the bump because he'd probably be averaging like 30.
It's popularity, man.
If he's averaging 30, he's going to be an all-star.
Think about it. You're talking about votes. Like, there's a combination of people voting. Luka.
Not reserves, though.
I'm just saying Luka.
Reserves is straight coaches.
But I guess so. So you think coaches like Dev Booker? If he couldn't even get a nod right now with a winning team, knowing he's,
I'll say coaches like, what's his name more?
Everyone likes Chris Paul.
Yeah, there you go.
The State Farm guy.
There you go. He's the one that should have got out of here.
I mean, I don't doubt that too. I told my bro that he should have gave up his spot for Booker. No, because he's been in 11 he's had 11 All-Star appearances.
I'm laughing because I agree with you.
He's had 11 All-Star appearances.
Absolutely.
He's like the old head of the group. So it's LeBron, but he's like one of the older men. So you might as well just say, yo, young buck. I don't want to play, but
this episode kind of got heated.
Yeah, a little heated,
And
some minor technical difficulties that maybe added to the aggravation. I think that added to it. So we apologize. Actually, no, we don't apologize. This is what two jerks do. And this is basically, you know what they got? They got what our regular conversations are usually like. This is how when we talk about ball, this is how passionate it gets off camera. So.
And if it wasn't for some minor difficulties, it would have probably been worse.
Yeah.
Because they'd be cussing.
So I'm kind of glad we showed people this side because, a few episodes I think I sound like I was a little,
not focused?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was listening to it. I'm like, yo, I kind of sound like Lil Wayne when he's like, when he's Weezy F, baby. I was just talking like, I don't know what I'm talking about, man. So today I felt a little bit, live. This guy brought the evil out of me talking that junk. But, it was a good episode, I feel.
I'm a shit disturber.
Clearly. He's got to spin like Siakam. My gosh.
This guy's not in the basketball. How do you call it? He doesn't listen to basketball pundits that much.
He's got to spin like Siakam.
So he doesn't know what the people them say.
You guys heard this. If someone...
Siakam doesn't have a dirty spin move going to the basket, especially as a big man. Come on.
If you're about to hoop, you're playing a pickup game, and
come on,
your boy's saying, "Yo, put that guy on our team." And you're like, "Yo, is he nice?" And the man says, "Yo, he has a spin like Siakam."
I would ask him, going to the basket?
Nah.
Or from the free throw line.
You be like, all right. The next man's gonna be like, "Yo,"
because if it's from the free throw line, I don't want him.
Next man's gonna say, "Yo, he's got to step back like James Harden." You'll pick the James Harden guy. You're not gonna take the spin like Siakam.
I mean,
ever.
Look at who you compared though.
I'm just saying, like, okay, who's at Siakam's level or caliber?
Siakam's level or caliber?
Another player we can compare to. We'll end off with this.
DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan's way better than Pascal Siakam.
I'm right now.
He's way better than Pascal Siakam. We have to remember DeMar DeRozan is playing in a very strict system.
I don't know about that.
He's way better. Come on. Way better than Pascal Siakam. If the Raptors
Kawhi Leonard in San Antonio was way better than...
Bro, if you
were
to put DeMar DeRozan
he played
back,
in that same system.
If you were to put DeMar DeRozan back on the Raptors now and took Pascal Siakam off the Raptors, DeMar would be averaging 30 a game with the Raptors. Especially in the crappy little conference you guys playing. That you could be 500 and still be 5th place or wherever y'all stand. I'm just saying. DeMar would be averaging 30 points a game because he'd be flattened. But, playing with Pop in them, he's got to play disciplined ball. Which might help him in the long run at some point. Man, just bust a burp into the mic. I hope y'all heard that. I hope y'all heard that, I hope y'all heard that.
I tried to.
Nah, man, you can't hide that. And then
It was one of those
I heard it, man.
gassy ones.
I heard it was deep. It was deep.
Had some bass to it.
Yo, let's sign off there. I'm guess we're gonna sign off there. Make sure you this is really fun stuff. Make sure you like,
share.
Oh no, you gotta do the like,
share,
subscribe.
Wait,
that's about it. That was
like, share, subscribe.
We don't do that good, yo.
That was terrible. It wasn't, as you can see, it wasn't rehearsed.
Not at all. But we're gonna sign off there.
Deuces.
Ballers Block. Check out our Two Jerks in the Pod podcast on streaming
all
platforms.
That good stuff.
Check out Ballers Block on streaming platforms. And we got some more hot stuff coming for y'all. I'm trying to be creative with this podcast. Hope everyone enjoys it. Deuces.